Wars are bad in every respect, but they can sharpen our vision of reality. The war in Ukraine reminds us of something that is getting lost in the West: productivity. The war shows Western people that the post-industrial society in which they are living is not real. What matters in a war is a real industry with real products. To some extent, the West is living in a post-industrial sham world. Young startup guys today will not talk about the economy, not even about technology, but about financial engineering, crypto, VCs, and how to hustle the NDF market. The West might be creative and well-informed, but it increasingly relies on a virtual economy and even created what David Graeber has called bullshit jobs. Graeber thought that over half of societal work is inefficient, narcissistic, superfluous, and meaningless. What he had in mind were HR consultants, communications coordinators, PR researchers, academic affairs analysts, financial strategists, and bogus services such as questionable workshops that exist only to keep people busy. In philosophy, the word bullshit has become a technical term since the 1980s. Bullshit is different from lying. It does not hide the truth, but it creates an alternative truth.
Alternative fact, alternative fact, alternative fact.
Much of the Western economy is an alternative truth, and the war makes this finally clear. Much of the Western economy is based on financial gambles, an information economy that produces nothing, a metaverse economy with somnium space with games and its own currency, an NFT market where highly mediocre works are sold for millions of dollars. A war is not bullshit. A war is not an alternative reality, but it is simply real. To win a war, you need a thing that appears now as almost old-fashioned. You need an industry. A financial market is not enough. In a war, you cannot shoot bitcoins, you must shoot missiles. You cannot drop shares, but you must drop bombs. The war has brought us back to reality. Unexpectedly, Putin has an arms industry that is rather resilient. Surprisingly, the Europeans do not manage to produce weapons quickly enough. The GDP in the West is multiple times higher than that of Russia, but to a large extent, this is due to the fact that services and virtual products are overpaid. This war, in which two cultural models confront each other, can be analyzed in many ways. It is dictatorship against democracy, tyranny against freedom, but it is also the real against bullshit. It's the industry against financial engineering. It's not a coincidence that it's Putin who launches the wake-up call. Putin does not know how to use the internet. He is probably the last real person on the planet. This does not prevent him from producing his own bullshit in the form of propaganda. But the economy is real. Everybody expected Russia to crumble when it started a war against what is still sometimes called, almost ironically, the industrialized world. But it is Britain that is sinking into the Atlantic. For Britain, this process began 40 years ago, or even much earlier. Britain's industry is not competitive. The Brexit gave it the final push. When the Brexit happened, people would say, Britain can survive because it has a great financial market. It has financial products. Maybe, but in a war, financial products are not enough. In a war, you need real products.